Hello New Zealand, I'm Philip Duncan. Thank you so much for joining us. High pressure is pretty much dominating our weather at the moment, but we're sort of on the edges of it, and we're also on the edges of a couple of lows. One that's coming in right now and another one that's coming in midway through next week. So let's see what's going on right now. For Thursday, there is an easterly flow at the top of the country, a very light one. More fog again around Auckland, but it won't be coming back, we don't think, because the next couple of days a bit more of a breeze blowing through. Fairly calm conditions elsewhere, and that's really the forecast for the next few more days. So this is Friday, the end of the week, and high pressure pretty much dominates the South Island and the lower 2/3 of the North Island. That low up in the subtropics, a very weak one. In fact, the central air pressure is pretty much bang on average air pressure, not even a low. So this is a very weak system. The reason why you can see all the isobars around the center is because the air pressure here is greater than it is there. So it drops down, but that is not much of a low, so there is not much rain coming through, maybe 5 or 10 millimeters over the next few days around some of these northeastern areas, but most of that rain is falling out at sea. Now let's have a look at the weekend. Saturday, a few showers line up, leftovers from that subtropical system, which is falling apart to the north. So a light northeasterly, that lifts up your overnight lows. They've been a bit cold lately. It gets a little bit warmer around northern New Zealand as we go through the weekend. Mostly dry elsewhere, but a little bit of rain or just a few showers brush coastal parts of Southland, and we've got more substantial rain over there in Fiordland. Let's go to Sunday. Rain lines up on the western side, and in fact, we've got a bit of a change coming. As that big high that's way out to our east, that's a high off the screen, as it moves away, the anticyclonic airflow around it comes out of the subtropics and down across both islands. So Sunday is warmer than average by day and by night across most of New Zealand, and it doesn't change a great deal on Monday. There's that big high, and look at the subtropical flow coming down across the country, across a large portion of it. The South Island on Monday starts to transfer more to a Tasman Sea westerly, but either way, it's still fairly mild. We'll see some rain on the west coast, a few showers around the east. To be honest with you, just about every part of the country is drier than average for the next 7 days, with a couple of exceptions. The west coast, the whole west coast, that is about normal. Also Northland and Coromandel Peninsula, both of those two areas look like you'll get enough of these nor'easters and enough rain to keep things normal, rainfall-wise for you. But for everybody else, it is drier than average for the end of July. Tuesday of next week, we've got a bit of a messy setup. This is really the setup we've got for the rest of July and the very start of August. It's sort of messy and unsettled, not really under high pressure or low pressure. It's all around us. So the winds aren't very strong. We've got cloudy areas and a few showers here and there. It's going to move around a little bit before we can lock this in, but it will be generally patchy and broken up. And then our final map, which is for Wednesday of next week, shows the next low that is coming in, and just like the one for this weekend, low number 2 next week looks like it might come on in sort of into that northern area as well. We haven't really locked that in just yet on how much rain will be coming through. Behind it, there's another big high. So looks like August is going to be kicking off remarkably similar to July, which is a little bit unsettled but not stormy. And I'll tell you one other thing, no major southerlies in sight for the rest of July. Potentially in the first week of August we might get a cold southerly then, but at this stage nothing too major on the way. That's all from me. We'll update you again on Friday with the latest for the weekend.